1 minute ago, a quiet announcement slipped through the online wilderness. No flashing headlines, no urgent press conference, just a muted update from a team that spent years walking through forgotten forests, abandoned logging roads, and places where sunlight hardly touches the ground. And according to them, the Bigfoot mystery, the one people have argued about for generations, is finally solved. But the conclusion is not what believers hoped for, and not what skeptics expected. It is something far more uncomfortable, something far less exciting and strangely disappointing. Today, we go through the entire story, slowly, quietly, and with every small piece of information placed exactly where it belongs. Intro: the expedition that promised answers. For years, the Expedition Bigfoot team traveled across isolated regions of the United States. They carried high-end thermal cameras, audio scanners, drones, and data tracking systems. Their goal sounded simple: to find evidence of an ape-like creature rumored to live in hidden pockets of wilderness. But the team believed they had something others didn't. A pattern, a mathematical model, a behavioral prediction system. According to them, Bigfoot sightings were not random. They followed environmental conditions, temperature, season, migration flow, and food availability. So, the team collected thousands of data points and created what they called a probability grid. This grid told them exactly where to go next. And every time they entered those areas, strange things happened. Heavy footsteps, distorted vocal sounds, broken branches high above the tree line. Nothing conclusive, nothing clear, but enough to keep them walking deeper into the unknown. The expectation vs. reality. By the time they reached their latest expedition site, many fans believed the answer was close. Some expected a skeleton. Some expected DNA. Some expected a high-resolution video that finally proves the creature's existence. But instead, the update they released 1 minute ago said something else. Something simple. Something almost too ordinary. "We did not find a creature," the statement began. "We found a pattern, but the pattern does not lead to Bigfoot. It leads to something else entirely. A vague sentence, a strange tone, and a disappointing hint that decades of excitement might have been for nothing." The unexpected discovery: when the team followed their data grid for the last time, they traveled into a region that had barely been touched by humans in the past 50 years. But instead of a creature, they found signs of earlier human presence. Old campsites, scattered tools, hand-cut wood, and structures that didn't match modern construction styles. The report says the area was not empty. But it wasn't occupied by Bigfoot either. It was something far more mundane. Traces of an old logging community that disappeared decades ago, leaving behind abandoned shelters and makeshift pathways that blended with nature over time. The sounds people believed were Bigfoot vocalizations were possibly echoes bouncing between decayed wooden structures. The broken branches at unnatural heights might have been caused by aging trees collapsing slowly during seasonal shifts. The thermal signatures captured by the drones may have simply been deer, bears, or even temperature pockets caused by warm air trapped under thick tree canopies. The conclusion was almost anticlimactic. The team's statement, boring but final. The team wrote clearly, "We still believe unexplained animals may exist in remote regions, but regarding the specific Bigfoot activity in this location, we now believe the evidence points toward natural causes rather than an unknown creature. No drama, no creature, no astonishing discovery. Just a slow, quiet, almost frustrating end. Years of suspense reduced to environmental noise and misunderstood signals. Why this is disappointing for many. For countless viewers who followed Expedition Bigfoot, this final update feels emotionally flat. People expected the biggest mystery in American folklore to end with something spectacular, but instead, it ended with abandoned cabins and misinterpreted data patterns. Believers feel let down, skeptics feel bored, and the team, after years of chasing footprints, suddenly sounds tired. As if they know this conclusion will make no one happy. But the mystery doesn't die that easily. Even though the official report leans toward natural explanations, there are still unanswered questions, and there are parts of the investigation that remain locked behind silence. Especially one segment of thermal footage the team has not released publicly. They said it does not show what people think it shows, but they didn't say what it actually shows, and that small detail keeps the mystery breathing. Even now, even today,